The strength of physical defense has long been a hidden issue in SMITE. Out of the 5 classes, 3 of them are physical: assassins, warriors, and hunters. And as long as the typical team composition is made up of one of each class, that means there will be 3 physical gods and 2 magical gods. And when one of those magical is a guardian, the lowest damage class in the game, that alone is enough to make physical defense pretty strong. However, there's a lot more to physical defense than just that. Minion waves, jungle camps, gold fury, portal demon, fire giant, towers, phoenixes, and the titan all deal physical damage as well. Although to be fair, mana camps do deal magical damage, and watch out boys, because they will fuck your day up. Basically, the SMITE map is made up of physical damage dealers, which naturally gives physical defense many more uses than magical defense. And when you look at the items, physical defense items offer just as much defense as the magical defense items as well, which begs the question, what makes magical defense worth buying? And the answer for this is super simple: mages. The mages are the only magical damage dealers in the game that you really have to be worried about, and looking at a typical conquest game, you'll actually often find that those 3 physical classes, the assassin, warrior, and hunter, end up dealing about the same amount of damage as the mage. Which means that when you're building physical defense, you have a couple of options. You can look to focus that mage and remove him from the fight early, leaving the physical gods to try their hardest to deal damage to you, or you can look to ignore the mage by either avoiding his abilities or staying out of range, then focus your attention on the physical gods that are going to hit you about as hard as they would a rock. The whole point of this video is just to start talking about a part of SMITE, which I think is imbalanced, and it has been for a long time. There's a reason you see warriors build so much physical defense in the SPL, and I wish that we could see a little more variety in a game which has so many items to choose from. I'm not arguing that the items themselves are broken, but there are just too many sources of physical damage in the game, and that makes building physical defense an obvious choice. So with Season 5 on the way, I would love to see more sources of magical damage across the SMITE map, whether that's adding mages into the minion waves, mixing up the damage types of towers and phoenixes, or something else altogether. But anyways, that wraps up the video, everyone. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Mast, and I'll see you all in the next one.
I've been seeking for the glory. Say my name. And I've been trying to write my own story in the search for fame. I'm sitting here in this empty room, walls keep tumbling down.